day 10 of the September Madness Automation Challenge, and today we put our big boy pants on, right? Everyone relax, okay? Today we need to talk about API calls, alright? It's time for us to grow up, delve into like the real nitty gritty, alright? So what is API calls? Well, consider any platform you use, right? Anything that you can do on these platforms can be done remotely, okay? So like Twitter, make a tweet, comment something, like block someone, right? All these things can be done here. And I might say these are quite similar. These are just like the same thing as any of these, right? You just click on it and you can do something that you can do there. Well, two reasons. One of them is that sometimes they aren't on Make. Okay, let me show you. The main platform we use is not on Make. This is Bland AI. You see two here. They're both community, right? They're not made. They're not made by the real people. So guess what? It costs money. Now, these cost 34 euros. One of them does, I don't know the other one. I kind of left after sort of 34 euros, okay? But these cost 34 euros to use compared to this API call. There's two here. One operation it cost, and I don't know how much one operation costs. Well, it costs 1,000th of a penny, okay? You tell me which one you prefer, okay? But yeah, so these do the exact same thing as these modules, but they're not in the Make yet. But they're better because, for example, if I go on Twitter here, right, the API has hundreds of users, but if you go on Twitter, it's only got like 20, alright? So it has more options. In fact, before we go into it, I can show you. We are on Bland AI's documentation. These are all the endpoints, all the things you can do. And today we will be using analyze call with AI and list call. So this will give me all the metadata, time of the call, you see how I created that, all that stuff. And analyze data. It's basically taking the place of a ChatGPT module, right? So I can just write some questions for it to do, and then it will actually just look at the transcript itself and give it the answers, okay? And when you ask why not use ChatGPT modules, well, let me tell you. One, it costs money. This costs money, kind of, not really. ChatGPT costs money, kind of, not really. Both really cheap, but by cheap I mean less than like a penny, by the way. But like, say I'm telling it to a client, for example, and I don't really want to make 3 accounts, so keep everything on one platform. Not just that, it's just like there's better API calls for other platforms. So for example, if I go into like Instagram, you will see there's not much stuff to do, right? Like there's only 4 things, but Instagram's it's not even in Instagram. Meta's AI can do so much more, so it's very limited on here. But if you really want to make pressure clients and actually get clients, you're gonna need to get used to this. So here is a sneak peek of the post request I use. So it's very dynamic. So as soon as the call ID comes in here, you can use it here, and then you're gonna fill all of these in, right? So for a post request, it doesn't use the URL. You have to know this, but it doesn't use the URL to get the information. It sends a request, and so you just need the 2 heads above, and then you're gonna need this raw JSON application JSON, and then what you expect. It expects to get the query of the question and what they expect, which is an integer, string, or like you can choose human or voicemail, string, right? Now for the get request, it uses its own URL to get the request. So you can look at all calls. So when I put my my caller ID here, it just doesn't work for some reason. But this will get all my calls, and I'll show you how I can get the most recent one in a sec. Now here's where it gets spicier, right? I'm gonna tell you some cool tech. Here is, see if you're still watching this, I'm about to give you some crazy game on it if you do Make. Now you know like things like this are quite hard to make variables out of. They're very annoying. They're erased, but they're not really erased. There's a list and an array, a lot of stuff. But did you know you can actually, I've learned today, it changed my life. You can actually just hard code it, right? So here is just that taking out the list. Instead of like figuring out any aggregators, any iterators, no, don't even need that, alright? Go ahead, take a look at this. This is not like JavaScript, right? It doesn't start from 0, so 1 is 1, okay? Take the first element, second element, and then fourth element, and yep, makes everything 10 times easier. Don't even need iterators or anything. You need to use this, right? Makes your life 10 times easier, right? And then just send the email off back in HTML to make stuff bold again. Yep, here is missed call from Jim, and just quick and easy tells you what you're missing. So yeah, so let me just show you like the documentation. I'll tell you what I mean. So we're here on Bland. This is what I use to voice AI and do so much stuff, right? Yeah, so this is a list of all the endpoints which you can use, all the different sorts of things you can do with the API calls. Most of this we won't be using, but good ones are just at the top. Here, I do use all of these, right? This is the one I use to get my list of calls, and this is the one I use to analyze with AI. So why would you use this instead of using make.com? Because number one, it might not be there, like in our case, instead of paying €35, just pay 0.0001p. And another reason is that you just can't use it in Link. It'll brick, right? If you want to use the metadata in the webhook, it just doesn't work properly. So you're gonna need to use this, alright? It gets a bit finicky, but if you want me to make another video, say if your thing is broken, just send me a DM and I'll make another video about, because the JSON always messes up. But yeah, quick video. Maybe I'll see you on the 11th. The 11th of September is quite, I don't know, but I'll see you then.